Okay, guys, it's good to see at least one person in the White House press pool. Not the lemmings that you usually see that just sort of nod along despite the hypocrisy. Yeah, no, mask mandates, that makes a lot of sense. We were definitely never told that they would magically disappear if we got vaccinated and all of these things, right? That clearly never happened. But Peter Doocy asked Jean-Pierre in the White House press secretary's office during the press briefing, why is it that the federal government is asking vaccinated Americans to wear masks to stop the spread of COVID-19, but at the same time, federal agents are also releasing COVID-19 positive border crossers into small towns in Texas? I mean, it's a pretty legitimate question, right? The borders are open. It doesn't seem like they're testing anyone, or certainly not testing everyone. Doesn't seem like the mask mandates that they're literally saying they want you to comply with that are going to be reinstated, or you're going to get the lockdowns again. You know, that kind of language that we're starting to hear a lot more of. No one's asking that question, but I'm shocked. I'm just shocked that the media would just blindly go along with the Democrat narrative, despite the obvious hypocrisy, despite the fact that it's going against the science that has been beaten down our throats for months on end. So check out this answer to the question I stated earlier and tell me, does it even come close to addressing the question? Now, there's a lot there. I mean, it's 2 minutes worth of garbage, but does it even get to answering the question? And the answer is no. And I'd have to ask you, why is that? Why wouldn't they answer that question? But at this point, none of this should surprise us in the least.
Why is it that the federal government is asking vaccinated Americans to wear masks to stop the spread of COVID-19, but at the same time, federal agents are also releasing COVID-19 positive border crossers into small towns in Texas? How is that?
Well, let's step back
stopping
for
the
a
spread?
second, because this is okay, very interesting. I'm sure everything's fine.
Something I said?
It could be. But you did laugh at my joke, so maybe that's a reaction to laughing at my joke. Okay, so I just want to be very clear here. I do want to answer your question, Peter. First, just to step back and do this 30,000-foot view, there's been no change in Title 42. Families and single adults are expelled, if possible, when apprehended at the southern border. The majority of apprehensions that we saw at the border in June were expelled. Those who can't be expelled or are awaiting processing are often placed in alternatives to detention programs while their cases are being reviewed. CBP provides migrant with PPE from the moment they are taken into custody, and migrants are required to keep masks on at all times, including when they are transferred or in the process of being released. If anyone exhibits signs of illness in CBP custody, they are referred to local health systems for appropriate testing, diagnosis, isolation, and treatment. CBP takes its responsibility to prevent the spread of communicable diseases very, very seriously. We value our partners in local communities whose work is critical to moving individuals safely out of custody and through the appropriate immigration pathway, and assist in mitigating COVID-19 and isolating quarantine when needed.